Hello, Gemini. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of September from the 1st through the 15th. General as always, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading and release what doesn't make sense for you. So let's start with focus cards for this reading. I'm going to be using the Truth Decks by Pretty Spirits. So let's begin and let's see how this unfolds for you, Gemini. All right, what is your first focus card? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. All right, here we go. Oh, nice card. Look at that. Loving partnership. Okay, the number 25 could also be a significant number. Let's grab another message. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else? What else do we need to know here? Texting you. All right, number 18. So there could be somebody here that you love receiving texts from, or maybe that's just the type of connection that you guys have where you're constantly texting each other, constantly in contact. So we'll have to see how that plays off of the rest of the messages that come through here today. So let's start with some current energies for your connection, Gemini. I'm going to be using the Twin Flame Reality Check deck. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot for your current energies. Let's take a look. What are you currently dealing with? What could be a current concern or simply what's going on in your life right now? All right, well, we do have this on and off message. So if there's somebody in your life that you are thinking about and you guys are on and off again, maybe there's a reason for that, which makes sense with this next card, cycles, repeat patterns. So for some of you, and take this if it applies, you guys are constantly on and off as it says, and that's a repetitive pattern and a cycle that perhaps needs to be addressed. It's like, why can't you guys decide whether you should stay together or ultimately permanently break up? What's up with that? We've got this romantic message coming through. And then we've got save the date, followed by in the spotlight. Okay, so maybe there's an invitation that you've received from a friend or even a family member telling you to save the date, or there's a particular date that you have in mind when it comes to a loving partnership, you know. So if you guys are off right now, maybe there's something tied into this particular date. We'll have to see. All right, so let me set these guys over here, and then let's grab some tarot just to be able to clarify what's coming through here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher deck to get things started. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. All right, so current energies, you guys are on and off. You're in and out of each other's lives. It's almost like you guys are on this never-ending merry-go-round when it comes to your romantic connection with this person. So there's something here for you to focus on when it comes to your partnership. We've got the Two of Cups, however. Okay, you guys have a lot of love for each other. You're otherwise really compatible with this person. You might even see them as a very special soul connection in your lifetime. I mean, we've got romantic energies coming through here. You might even see this individual as a potential spouse, you know, like marriage material. The mutual attraction is here. For some of you, you might even be focused on a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But look at how these cards are coming forward. We've got the Eight of Cups. This is someone who's walked away, you know, and left this situation behind. So what's up with that? And then we've got the Ace of Cups, which is all about the deep connection that the two of you ultimately share. This is a new beginning, but it could also represent a new relationship. So what I'm getting for some of you, because of this on and off vibe between you and a particular someone here, some of you guys might have already moved on to another relationship perhaps. and there's someone maybe from your past that you still feel so connected to, even if either you walked away or they walked away. There's this cycle that perhaps has not completed. Maybe there just wasn't closure between the two of you. But it is telling you when it comes to your love life, Gemini, things will improve. Things are going to get better. But, you know, as I often see the Ace of Cups as the opportunity for you to fill your own cup. In the meantime, your person has to be able to do the same thing. Seven of Pentacles, you could also be dealing with an earth sign here, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. We've got a lot of water coming through here, and then we've got earth. So I feel eventually things are still going to fall into place. Things will eventually come to fruition. This is about perseverance and hard work and dedication that pays off, but it's going to take time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It may not even happen next week or even the first half of September. But, you know, perhaps somewhere down the line, you guys can ultimately still work this out. We've got the Empress coming through here. So that's Taurus specifically. Some of you guys might have already had children together, but this is ultimately a very positive energy for divine feminines. You could also be surrounded by really supportive females in your life. There's also this opportunity to bring in abundance into your life. This could also be tapped into pregnancy, fertility, motherhood, just recognizing the beauty within yourself, especially if somebody fails to recognize the beauty within you. You need to see that for yourself. This is interesting. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and now we have the Lover's card popping up, which of course, Gemini, Lover's card is your own energy. So with the Ten of Pentacles, again, we've got Earth coming through here. So this is somebody that you feel a very strong bond with, Gemini. They could ultimately be your perfect match, but for whatever reason, you guys are in and out of each other's lives. There's this on and off vibe. So maybe there's a part of you that can't seem to decide whether you want to invest fully. I feel eventually that will be the decision that you make. This is your own card right here. You feel so much love for this person. Sexual attraction, that's for sure. You want to be in union with this person. You want things to fall into place when it comes to this individual. So the Lover's card always gives you a choice and a decision to make. We've got the Divine Feminine right here. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles right here. More Earth. Okay, so we've got very heavy Earth as far as the Divine Feminine represented here. The Queen of Pentacles represents this very motherly, down-to-earth type energy. And so I feel for the feminines that represent that or resonate with that, there's something very nurturing about you if you don't actually already have children, or you and your masculine already have kids together. But the Divine Feminine here is actually able to stand on their feet. You don't actually need your masculine to be able to provide for you, certainly financially. You're successful in your own way. So that's what's presenting itself here as far as current energies here. There's a lot of promise still when it comes to this partnership, but clearly you guys have run into some obstacles, which is why there's that off button, so to speak. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional insight. Let's dig a little bit deeper when it comes to the challenges of the partnership. So I'm going to use Volume 2 this time. Same deck, Twin Flame Reality Check, but Volume 2, again by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So what are some additional challenges that you might be facing at this point in time in your love life and how it's affecting your life? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Attachment issues. Okay, some of those attachments might be unhealthy or even toxic attachments. We've got coffee time right here. Some of you guys might really love coffee. Maybe your person does. Secrets exposed. Okay, so if there are secrets and if it's coming up as a challenge, maybe finally the truth comes out about a particular situation. That could be part of the reason why there's this on and off thing going on. There could have been secrets, lies, infidelities, indiscretions. And that might be preventing the reconciliation, you know? Wanting the reconciliation, but it's unable to come in as long as there are perhaps toxic issues, attachment issues that need to be dealt with on your end. And then we've got hard to figure out. Okay. So this could be a very challenging partnership, a very challenging situation. That doesn't mean you can't overcome it, but it hasn't been an easy road for you, perhaps. So let's add to this. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else do we need to know? Let's see what else. First of all, we've got the Sun coming up in the reverse, which is the most positive card in tarot. It's coming up in the reverse. Okay. So it's almost like you're hindering progress as far as you being happy or finding happiness, Gemini, because of these attachments that you might have to other people or things, situations. Maybe it's got something to do with the past and past heartbreak, perhaps. We've got the Queen of Swords right here. So Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Swords. Perhaps you are needing to set up some very clear boundaries when it comes to your masculine, especially if they're keeping secrets from you. So you might have actually cut this masculine out of your life. Because you're not going to be putting up with any of their nonsense. We've got the Page of Cups coming in. So the Page of Cups, typically they'll bring in some good news. It could also represent a happy, unexpected surprise or even a love message, as it says. Sometimes the Page of Cups could be emotionally immature, perhaps. You know, they want this reconciliation, but perhaps more time is needed. They need to figure themselves out. They need to mature, certainly mentally, on how they see this whole thing. We might have a more mature feminine here and a younger counterpart in the Divine Masculine. Judgment, reflection, awakening, forgiveness. Okay, so that Judgment card, and it's right next to hard to figure out. So with that Judgment card, there's this opportunity to reflect on things that did not work out and why it is so hard to figure out. Because through this reflection, it could actually be sort of like an epiphany, a wake-up call, so that maybe your person has the opportunity to really have a better understanding of a situation. And if somebody owes you an apology, you might just get it, Gemini. There's this need for forgiveness. There's this need for perhaps healing when it comes to this situation. You guys have the opportunity to start over. There is a new opportunity here towards growth, towards healing. I feel you guys still care for each other. You still desire one another. And then we've got the Hierophant right here. So this is about commitment. Okay. So there could have been an issue as far as commitment in the past that could also have something to do with these attachment issues to unhealthy partnerships. But I feel when it comes to the Divine Masculine, okay, remember they're starting off as the Page of Cups, but they're now coming forward perhaps as the King of Cups. So maybe there has been more time that has passed. They have matured, they've gotten older, they've learned, they have a better understanding of the situation, ready to dedicate their time, their heart, their love, their energy towards this partnership. And that could have been an issue in the past, because the King of Cups is somebody who's more emotionally balanced, and the Page of Cups is someone who is more emotionally immature. Okay, so I feel perhaps your masculine has done some work on themselves, Divine Feminine, You might have cut them out, but, you know, they could have certainly been working on themselves so that they can turn this sun energy in the upright to fulfill your dreams, to make you happy. And look at this. We've got the Queen of Cups right next to the King of Cups. So the two of you, divine masculine and feminine, this could be your perfect match right here. But maybe you guys have had some issues that you had to deal with, and that drove a wedge between the two of you that could ultimately explain why you're on and off, why you're in and out of each other's lives. Look at that. We've got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so remember that came through earlier. So there really is this need to perhaps focus on oneself, self-love, fill that cup for yourself. Your person needs to be able to do the same thing. So you've got aces coming through here, offering you new opportunities, new beginnings to start over. But, you know, with the sun coming up in the reverse, that has to be addressed first. Because instead of positive energy, there's some negative energy surrounding this connection. Somebody could also be really depressed or really very sad over how things have played out. Maybe that is you, Gemini, feeling that way. Could be your person as well. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is being hidden from you. I mean, we see secrets exposed right there. So what is being hidden from you? I'm going to go ahead and pull from my silhouettes deck here. So let's take a look at that. What's being hidden at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Gemini. What's being hidden from you? Childhood sweethearts, look at that. Okay, some of you could resonate with that, where you've known each other for a very long time. Maybe you grew up together. Wow. We have butterfly, creativity, exuberant joy, spiritual rebirth, endless potential, transformation, change, hope, and life. So for some of you, maybe what your childhood sweetheart is not sharing with you is that they are changing, they're working on transforming themselves and their life, and they're still hoping perhaps for a reconnection here. They recognize that things have been very complicated between the two of you. This card says you and I, we're a complex duo. This love story hasn't been easy. Ups, downs, challenges, obstacles to overcome. But you and I together, we can get through it all. Let's see what else. What's being hidden from you? Are there shadows? They know they've got issues. They know that they've got shadows to deal with. Okay, so this card says the only way to make friends with your inner demons is to face it, heal from it, and move on. Exactly. And bottom of the deck, we've got stepping stones here. Learn from your past mistakes to avoid life's pitfalls and thunderstorms. Until you do, tread lightly. The wrong step might land you in deep water. So what they're hiding from you at this point in time, Gemini, is perhaps they are really working on themselves so that they can create a situation for the two of you where it's not so complicated. And it starts with them, you know, it starts with their own healing. It starts with them being to address their own shadows and learn their own lessons from the past in however way that is affecting them at this point in time. All right, so let's grab some additional tarot. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you are unfamiliar with this deck, it is one that I created especially for advanced beginners interested in wanting to learn tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings for the majority of the cards. And the twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. So while you're learning, it's challenging you at the same time. All right, Gemini, what else do we need to know? What's being hidden from you? What else do we need to know here? We've got the Chariot, okay? So because they're working on transforming and changing, this does come about as movement, that they're perhaps ready to take control of the situation. They're ready to take action. Maybe you don't know this, but it's probably something that your person is working on, and maybe they're not wanting to share these things with you. That could also be the secret that ends up being exposed, that they're improving who they are as a person and they're not wanting to hurt you. And so they're wanting to really address their own inner demons, as it says. So this has the capability for a successful outcome still. When it comes to the masculine, we've got the Knight of Pentacles right here. This is tapped into an individual who's ready to put in that work. This is someone who's loyal and responsible, but also a very slow moving individual. So this is something that's not going to move very quickly. That might actually be for the best, that they're taking their time to come towards you, Divine Feminine, as a better version of themselves. We've got the White Rose coming through here. Okay, purity, grace, innocence, humility, new beginnings, and a budding love. So things still have the potential to grow in this love connection. They really do want that new beginning, but these are things that's being hidden from you, so maybe you don't even know that it's on its way to you. We do have the Hangman, which I'm actually really glad to see this right next to the Shadows card, because it is about letting things go, letting go of whatever is creating these shadows when it comes to your person. So maybe they really are taking the time to focus on themselves and their healing and their own growth, taking the time to really see things from a different and new perspective. This is about change. This is about metamorphosis, which has a lot to do with that butterfly energy right there. And I love this. We've got the King of Pentacles. So it seems to me, when it comes to the masculine especially, there's growth here. There's this evolution when it comes to the Divine Masculine. They are maturing. They are learning their lessons. They know how things played out in the past and ultimately what they need to do moving forward in this partnership. So the King of Pentacles here is wanting something to last. They want something permanent. They don't want to be in and out of your life. The King of Pentacles is not going to want to be on and off in your life, Divine Feminine. So that's actually a good thing. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some additional messages here. Let's start with the Divine Masculine. So taking a look at some dialogue messages. So I will be pulling from my Thinking Man Oracle Volume 2, focusing on the masculine. All right, so what does the masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine at this point in time? Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Let's take a look at that. I fantasize about you 24/7. I'm not surprised to see that. Be with me. Now look at this next message right here, and this applies to some masculines, not all of them. All right, so it does say, I'm dealing with inner demons that are overwhelming me right now. I cannot be the person you need me to be. I'm sorry. All right, so that's actually a positive because of these shadows right here. And it does say again, the only way to make friends with your inner demons is to face it. And I feel this masculine is finally taking the time to heal whatever this is, to learn from it and to move on from it. So maybe for some of you, that's why you're not seeing a whole lot of movement or communication from your masculine. This might actually be a good thing, but they're still thinking about you. They want to be with you, but maybe right now they're working on themselves, and that's really important. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages from the masculine, from their higher self. I will be pulling from my deck, the Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck. All right, so from their higher self, let's take a look and see what is it that the masculine wants to say to the feminine here from their higher self. Be my main squeeze. Yeah, they want to be with you. They don't want to be with anybody else. Okay. I love this message. Your love has healed me through my darkest days. And so for masculines who are really taking the time to work on their inner demons, it is your love, Divine Feminine, that's helping them through this. Look at this. You're my ultimate fantasy. I fantasize about you 24/7. So that's being reiterated here, even from their higher self. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages on behalf of the feminine here. So I will be using my Voices 2 deck. Let's grab some divine feminine messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Divine feminine. What are the messages here? You'll have to speak up a little. I don't think I heard that apology you owe me. That makes sense for some of you, okay? Because you really do feel that your masculine owes you an apology. And I feel based off of the cards that have come through, that apology will come, okay? I'm overheating with desire for you. I mean, you both ultimately desire one another. Yes, I'd love to spend the rest of my life with you forever and always. So that desire and the intensity of the connection, it's still coming through here as far as how the feminine sees it. All right, so divine feminine, let's grab some messages from your higher self. I'm going to use the same deck, Heavenly Hearts Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on the divine feminine from the feminine's higher self. What are the messages for the masculine? My love for you is endless. These are such beautiful messages. We have yes right here. Okay. So I feel if your masculine were to reach out to you, perhaps they're afraid that you will reject them, but to me, this is more a very positive energy. It is coming from the feminine's higher self. So I feel you would be more open to your masculine coming towards you, especially after having worked on themselves. And then we've got, I never knew happiness until you. All right, so those are some pretty powerful messages coming forward. So let's go ahead and grab some musical messages here. I am going to start with Volume 1, my Heart Songs deck. So let's grab a couple of songs from here. And if you're not familiar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics. For Gemini. All right, we've got Just to Hold You Once Again by Mariah Carey. Such a beautiful song, but it's definitely one of those things that pulls at your heartstrings. And then we've got Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. All right, so let's read through these songs. The very first one, do you know how it feels lying here without you, baby? You could never understand what's happening to me. So alone, nothing's real. I just dream about you, baby, and forever wonder why you had to break free. Even though you're not my lover, even though you're not my friend, I would give my all to have you here. So really, they want you to be a part of their life. And maybe you're able to resonate with that for yourself, what you would give to be able to have this person with you, even if it is just one more time. And then we've got Living on a Prayer. We've got to hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. And maybe it is worth a second try. It is worth a second shot, a second chance for this love connection. That is, if you're both open to it. All right, so let's grab from Volume 2, the Heart Songs of the 90s. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. So let's grab a couple more songs here for you for the first half of September. We do have The Last Goodbye, so there's something about the very last time you guys spoke. It could have been a very painful breakup for some of you. And, you guys might have even said this. It's like, this is the last time that we're ever going to see each other. But ultimately, it wasn't. On and off means that you guys are kind of on this repetitive cycle of being out of each other's lives and back on. And then we've got This I Promise You by NSYNC. So let's read these songs here. All right, so this is our last goodbye. I hate to feel the love between us die, but it's over. Just hear this and then I'll go. You gave me more to live for, more than you'll ever know. This is our last embrace. Must I dream and always see your face? Why can't we overcome this wall? Maybe it's just because you didn't know you at all. kiss me. Okay, so there really is something about the intimacy and the love really that was shared here, and about something the very last time you guys saw each other. And this I promise you, when the visions around you bring tears to your eyes and all that surrounds you are secrets and lies, I'll be your strength. I'll give you hope, keeping your faith when it's gone. The one you should call was standing there all along, and I will take you in my arms and hold you right where you belong till the day my life is through. For some of you guys, you know, you could have also experienced past heartbreak, and there's a particular someone that came into your life and really helped you to heal. You know, so it could be the person that you are thinking about for this reading that represents that person who has helped you heal, and that did come forward from the dialogue messages. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up with some final advice. I'm going to be using the Journey of Love and Journey of Love 2 decks by Bridget of Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. All right, let's see. Some final advice for the collective, angels and spirit guides. Alignment, 23 things are coming together now. What a beautiful card. So things are eventually going to fall into place for you and this person, Gemini. Some of you guys might be dealing with a person who's angry with themselves. I'm so mad at myself. So, you know, maybe they're feeling like all of this drama could have been avoided, that maybe they just didn't handle themselves properly, which is why you guys were in and out of each other's lives. And since things are ultimately falling into place, I feel they've learned a lot of lessons, and they've grown and they've matured. And especially I feel it for the masculine. Oh my gosh. Number 1, here and now, I want you back in my life. And bottom of the deck, we've got unconditional. Number 19, I'll always forgive you. So there is forgiveness here that is totally possible. And then the card right after that, you've made me feel alive. Thank you. There's this very joyful energy. But at the end of the day, Gemini, they want you to be a part of their life. And I have a feeling for those of you that resonate with that, you want to be a part of their life as well. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. There's a lot coming through here today, and hopefully whatever part of it made sense for you helps you out. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.